Light day of bodywork here. This door had a light skim on it, as well as a couple of skims on the byline to sharpen it up, and use some tape to match the bylines with the front fender and the rear quarter panel straight through the door. Over the weekend, the quarter panels were block sanded and put into another coat of primer, as well as the front fenders have another light coat of primer. The back here, just working on the windshield frame. Light low body filler on the back edge where there is some rust repair. The door needs to be mounted and then block sand on the driver's side. And the grille here and the valence are getting a light block sand off the vehicle, and then we'll be getting disassembled and primed. Again, you can see the bylines on the fender have been sharpened up before primer. And that is it. Just here on the Scout, pulling out the quarter glass. So this is the quarter window for the Canopy. If you look at the Canopy now, it is rusted all the way through on the jamb that the glass is sitting in. On the left side as well, the jamb is fully rusted. You know, good thing we didn't move forward and sandblast this, because as soon as I would have pulled that glass, it would have been noticed. The rear hatch that we're reusing has been removed. Here's the top that is going to get sandblasted. You can see the jamb. It's all solid metal. The pinch that the glass goes in and the seal is all solid metal. So a lot better condition. The rear bit here, I'm just removing some of the latches so we can sandblast behind them. Have one removed on the right side already. And then prepping this top for sandblast. Okay, another day of bodywork. Adjusting the bylines on the driver door. The door gap has been adjusted as it was tight here, so there was some grinding and then welding up the front edge of the door. Byline on the top has been aligned with the quarter panel. Byline on the bottom was a little bit out, but here's the one on the quarter panel, and it was moved up lightly, just pushing the body filler upwards. And then the byline on this front fender was a little bit bent. So here is where the byline was. And then it dipped down here. So I did a little fill on the bottom to bring it back up, and then feathered out the top. And then hit the front metal here. So I pushed the byline down, pushed it up here, and the byline's a little bit straight here, continuing to the door. We have a bit of metal here where the byline stops and it aligns with the fender. And then back to the door, it was a little bit not deadly straight. So here was a little skim over the entire door lightly, and then another sand to a light bit of metal here, as well as in the center of the door near the top, there's a chunk of metal. So you can see here it was a little bit low, and around this metal was a little bit low. And then around this metal here, it was low underneath it. And then the hood is just getting finished up here. A little bit of a skim on either side of the hood here, as there is a little bit of a lumpiness and whatnot. And this will be it for bodywork, and then we'll shoot some primer. Minor little update on the leaf springs. I've unpacked them. So we've got 2 rears and 2 fronts. During the unpacking, I noticed some minor damage in one of the brand new leaves. If you look here in the video, you can see that the pin that goes into the bushing is fully chipped off. These are brand new bushings with a chip in the pin, as well as on the front side. It is actually on the inside here, I believe. It is lightly mashed in the corner there, as it seems like when they pressed them in, they didn't go in smoothly. The rest of the bushings are in good condition, nice and flat surfaces for our shackles to mount on. So to resolve this, I was able to order up some new bushings to press into the front leaf spring here. So this will get pressed out and then a new one pressed in. I think it's about a $22 bushing. So that will get resolved after paint. Okay, so just a nice little month-end regroup on the Scout. This side of the truck has been block sanded straight again with 320 grit. Basically ready for paint. Just a little bit of scratch refinement to 400. This side started block sanding the top half. I have some black guide coat, so it shows me where I've sanded. So I will be putting sanding the top half of the body line until this guide coat is straight. Then I'll be sanding the bottom half of the body, and it'll be all ready for the final scratch refinement up to 400 and then light 600 for paint. The hood, light little over sand on a little bit of high filler in the center body line. Otherwise, the hood is in a 320 grit as well. And it is ready for light little prime over that body filler. And then it is ready for the scratch refinement. The windshield frame is lightly sanded, as it's the last piece that I started sanding. And then after this stuff is brought into final paint scratch, I'll be moving to the front little pieces here. So the grill, the valance, and then the tailgates there.